guys, this is Casey's Raw again, and this is talking about wrestling. Part 2 for today. Today I'm kind of in the mood to talk about the Hall of Fame. And I feel like there should be certain people taken out of the Hall of Fame. People like Sonny. Someone who's been getting arrested multiple times a year. I think that woman should definitely be taken out. Mainly, what's it going to take? Her killing someone behind the wheel? It's what they kind of did with Jimmy Snuka. They took him out of the Hall of Fame, even though, when he died, they're like, oh, he's a Hall of Famer. But they quietly took him out because, he was being tried for murder like 30 plus years ago. I paused it for a second because I swear I was about to sneeze. I feel like my allergies are at it right now. But, I was about to do it and didn't need to again. But what will happen anyways? But, with Sonny being arrested multiple times a year, shoot. It was just February of 2022, and she's already been arrested twice. And have a huge laundry list of charges. But, shoot. Something's going on. For real, son. But, sorry. But like I said, people I want to know straight up, is Superfly taken out of the Hall of Fame? Because he definitely does deserve to be taken out for murder. If Chris Benoit can't be in the Hall of Fame, then Superfly shouldn't. And obviously, Chris Benoit does not, with his career, yes, he deserves the Hall of Fame as his career. But what he's done, no, he doesn't deserve to be in there after that. Because he has tarnished his career with that. The hell's going on? I see what's up. But, construction. But, yeah, like Chris Benoit, if he didn't kill anyone, let's say he just killed himself through depression, he'd be in the Hall of Fame the very next year. Maybe later, but his career he would definitely be in the Hall of Fame. But because he did double murder, that's why he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. And people are like, oh, yeah, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. No. I don't care how long we have to wait. There's not a chance him being in the Hall of Fame. I think, trying to remember which professional wrestling Hall of Fame he was in, he was had a recall on him. And he was about to get kicked out, but he had enough votes for him to stay in. But that's how I feel like. But then again, if you look at the NFL, I'm sure there's a lot worse people that is in the Hall of Fame for the NFL than WWE. Sorry about that. I think it's just allergies. But, yeah, with NFL, I mean, one comes to mind is OJ, but they didn't take him out of the Hall of Fame, and he's still being, I believe he is still in the Hall of Fame, and he retired, so they didn't cut his retirement fund. So it's questionable, but I still think like people, and if people want to be kicked out, I mean, if they want to not be in the Hall of Fame, then don't let them be in the Hall of Fame. But obviously, I'd talk to them. If I was WWE, like, you don't want to be in the Hall of Fame, we're not going to bring you back if, like, when you want to be, happen to want to be. Like how I was about to say Superfly again, but no, Superstar Billy Graham wanted to be kicked out because he got released, and then he was also having a tirade against the WWE again, and then eventually sold his ring. I think Sunny has done the exact same thing too, that she sold off her ring. So, and she's doing porn. I mean, she did one porn video, but I mean, they use that same excuse for China when they're like, oh, if you did a Google search on China, look what you would find. I'm like, well, obviously they're hinting at porn. I'm like, everything Sunny did, China did, but or China, whatever China did, Sunny did, and even worse. I mean, look how many times Sunny's been arrested. Maybe China's been arrested before, but not as many times as Sunny has. I mean, there's people like freaking Miss Elizabeth not in the Hall of Fame right now, and that is a crime right there. Miss Elizabeth is the first woman of wrestling. And was it because she died of drug overdose? Well, I think that's stupid. I can understand Earnhardt not being in the Hall of Fame because of both the widow and his kids don't want him to be in the Hall of Fame. And that's their choice. This guy behind me looks like freaking Sami Zayn on the motorcycle. He's got the red beard and everything, almost looks like wearing that hat he wears. And he's like right against me, and he's trying to wedge himself in the turn, get in the turning lane. Or he's trying to get around me. But yeah, I'm sure there's other people I can figure out who isn't in the Hall of Fame that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And one of the biggest things I was talking on Derailed the other day. Ben wanted to talk about the Hall of Fame and stuff like that with Undertaker. And I feel like right now there's a chance that Undertaker might be going in the Hall of Fame by himself. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I like the idea someone brought up, is that having the whole show be people inducting him. Like, you could have, like, Stone Cold, Kane, Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and I'm sure a few other people. And then I felt the last person should be Vince. I think that's a great way to do it for Undertaker. And I think some big superstars like Undertaker, people like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and Ric Flair should have the same treatment. And even, I would say, Sting as well. Kind of like how TNA usually has one person or a tag team and just by itself as a class. Damn. Ooh, that hurt the back too. Oh my God. That hurt the back. Oh, damn. But people like Undertaker should be inducted by themselves, because, I mean, we're a month away and he's the only person been announced. And it's, look, usually they'll do like one every week after they they announce the first person. And usually they top it off of pretty much the headliner being last. Probably the headliner be the last one to be announced. But, I mean, I think someone like China definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. That woman got screwed so much from the WWF/WWE. Mainly because Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. The whole love triangle debacle. But I wouldn't mind if it would be kind of funny, or if we not only if we're gonna continue to have multiple people in the class every year. Here's the kicker. I think we should do one person being taken out for reasons like what, maybe they're really not qualified, but as bigger reasons like being disqualified because, like Sonny has been doing. I mean, they have modified what the Hall of Fame is all about. I mean, sure, you have the celebrity wing. I mean, there's only a few, I would say it's okay, but a lot of them is a freaking joke. See, I'm okay with someone like, Pete Rose, because he did the whole WrestleMania 14, 15, and WrestleMania 2000 bit. That was cool. But, too bad they didn't continue that for longer than just 3 years, but I just really think that they could modify the Hall of Fame, and it would be awesome. You know what? Here's an idea. You know, people want a physical Hall of Fame. I mean, you don't want to have a building that's so remote that WWE has to have someone over there keeping an eye. Here's an idea. I have two ideas, actually. They're having the old WWE headquarters, they're leaving that. So, one, they could use that. They can, like, close off, like, put a sheet of glass where Vince McMahon's room is, and, you know, that's actually, here's an idea. Not only did they do that, they put a sheet of glass for Vince McMahon's office and all the other big-time executives. And I would leave their office pretty much almost like it is. Except certain stuff would move to the new headquarters. Then somewhere, like the first floor, they can make it like, or the first two floors, it could be the Hall of Fame section. I think that would be badass. I mean, I would love to go inside the old WWF, WWE headquarters, the current one, and I think it'd be a great way for them to make money. Another idea they could do is they take some room from their new headquarters and have a little section for the Hall of Fame. I mean, they have so much stuff in their headquarters that they could do this. Look over to my left, there's this kid just staring at me. That's kind of why I want a freaking tinted window. Oh, God. But I thought originally the whole new headquarters have a section off spot. I find that's the best way to go, but as I was talking it through, I think the old or the current headquarters, fucking, this guy just cut me off. But I think it'd be awesome. They could make a ton of money. I mean, I would, if I was gonna go to the Connecticut, I definitely would do that. So, that's what I would do. I think that'd be badass. It's kind of like how I would always wanted when I was living in Pennsylvania. I badly wanted to go look at Orange County Choppers at headquarters and look at their choppers, honestly. But I never did that and never checked out, was it World of Nintendo or Nintendo New York? I would have loved to go check that out, but that's pretty much it. I'm just pretty much babbled about what I would have done about the Hall of Fame, a physical Hall of Fame building. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye. Alright, guys. I'm back. I didn't expect to be back after in this video, but I thought I was going to be in the video. I just happened to catch Joe Compton was saying that, I guess, Vader was going to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He should have been inducted as when he was alive. That's one of those bullshit circumstances that they knew his health was bad, that they waited until he was dead. But WWE.com just announced that Vince McMahon is inducting Undertaker. So I'm wondering, A, is he only inducting by himself? And God, imagine if, well, at least he'll be the one who's like, well, you know, after tell a couple stories like, well, I need to get off the call. No, I have to get off because we gotta keep the time. And here's the Undertaker. But, I mean, like I said before that, I do feel Vader deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's a former WCW World Champion. I mean, he's a well-known wrestler. And they should have been inducted a long time ago, long before he passed away. It's just one of those sad deals. Dairy Queen. Maybe try that out. Sorry about that, but I'll have to do some more study, see if it's actual true that Vader is being inducted. I mean, usually I check two things. I don't officially know say it's real until either it's not on WWE's website or their Twitter. I mean, the whole thing, like right now, people says, oh, Cesaro's gone. And usually if they're gone, they would pull their bio from the current rosters. As the last time I checked yesterday, he was still on the SmackDown roster. Usually, like, when Adam Cole and Red Dragon went to AEW, and same thing with Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson went to AEW, they automatically put them on WWE alumni. So I don't know if Cesaro is really gone. He's probably in talks still, or he's taking some time off. But I just saw that. I just wanted to report that to you guys, and you guys probably know by now. Come on. But thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.